All right, I'm headed to Flock Fiber Festival in downtown Seattle. Just got off the ferry boat, and I wanted to bring you guys all along to show you the festival if you were able to make it to this one. And yeah, let's see how it is. All right, I'm away from the crowds a little bit. It still might be a little loud in downtown, but I wanted to mention maybe what is on my shopping list but what's not on my shopping list. So, tons of yarn at Flock Fiber, lots of pretty like hand-dyed stuff, but my stash exceeds my capacity to work through it at the moment. So I'm gonna try not to buy any yarn, but I will be open if there's like some cold fiber. Like I know Ballyhora is gonna be there, and we'll see what others. But then I'm looking for maybe more unique things like notions, maybe dyes, maybe some equipment or parts or accessories for either of my wheels. We'll see. Of course, I have to say hi to a couple friends while I'm there. So Skagit Woolen Works will be there. They were a vendor at the Great Kits Handspinning. Sorry, coming up a steep hill. Also, Panfran Nitco. She's going to be helping out one of the vendors, so I want to say hi to her. And we'll see who else surprises me. Okay, I had to catch my breath for a minute. That hill was a little steeper than I thought. I probably shouldn't have been trying to talk while I did that. Yeah, I'm really excited to see some of the new to me vendors and some repeats. But really, I'm really interested to see the community, hopefully support some local or small businesses. I don't know that there's particularly many local vendors. So like Western Washington locals, I think there's a few, but maybe not a ton. There's definitely a lot of Pacific Northwest and California vendors. And then there's some pretty far vendors like Ballyhora's from Ireland. I know there's someone from Tennessee. So I'll be really interested to see how far people have come to vend at Flock Fiber this year. Not gonna lie, even though I've been here last year, I don't know where the Summit building is, and it's a little confusing because when you try to Google Maps it doesn't really come up, but I think it's all kind of the same building. I think I just gotta go like a block the other way inside the building. I think I'll find it. I wonder if that's the Summit building there. All the way around the block, I dropped my scooter off there. And then I think I need to go that way and that way. I know I'm in the right place when I start seeing people wearing handmade knitted items. So we're good. We're here. flock, and I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I got while I was there. Please don't take this as like, let me show you my haul. I don't want to be trying to influence you to go buy more stuff if you don't need it or want it. But I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I got in case you do want to check out some of these vendors, or if you're interested in checking out flock in the future. So the first thing I got was a flock t-shirt. My flock t-shirt that I got last year, it has been one of the most comfortable t-shirts that I've worn, and I love wearing it all the time, especially when I go to other fiber arts events. So this one is a lovely lavender shade. They did have a couple different colors, like a white, a sage, a yellow, but this lavender one really caught my eye. So I think that'll go with my wardrobe. So the first fiber I got was from 316 Dye Studio. So they're based in Wichita, Kansas. I did go to college in Kansas, and so it feels a little bit like supporting my home state. I didn't grow up in Kansas. I grew up in Arkansas, but it's always nice to have that personal touch. So 316, this is a Cormo. I did quite enjoy spinning Cormo during my breed study, so I picked this up. It's very soft, very lovely. And I got 2 4-ounce braids, so it's in this lovely purple color. And I have no idea what I'm going to make out of this, but we're going to make something very pretty with that in the future. I also got some logwood from Leviathan Fibers, and they had a couple of different other types of natural dyes. They had indigo, Osage orange, some madder, and then the logwood. And I did pick up the small bag of madder. Was really considering buying it, but it was $100 for like a 4 ounce bag, I think. This one was only 18 for 100 grams. And oh, so the madder must have been a smaller bag, like a 2-ounce bag. So this one is 100. The madder must have been the 2-ounce, and it was $100. So I don't know what the market price for madder is, but that was outside my budget. So this one was only $18. Logwood does this purple color, so I'm very interested to try this out, some natural dyeing in the future. From Herd Supply Co., I got some wool soap. So this is for, washing your wool products. So, like my shawl or doing blocking, things like that. So what she said was that you put this in the sink, and as you fill up the sink, then it'll kind of disperse around, and then you take it out, put your knit in, and block it. She said if you're doing a bunch, like a whole bathtub full, go ahead and put it in the bathtub and leave it in there while the garments are soaking, and that would be enough wool wash to use for something like that. It has lanolin in it. I got the earthy smell. It smells very nice. And then I bought it without the packaging, and so it was like $1 or $2 cheaper to buy it without the packaging. So put that back in there. The next thing I got was one of those fiber colorways that I saw from outside the booth and was like, oh my gosh, I have to take a closer look. So this is 22 Mile Studio, and this is a Shanika wool. It's merino rambouillet, and it's a 20.4 micron count. So this is only a 2-ounce braid. It was $15, but she said that this was her colorway of the year, Sunset in Seattle. So I think that's very, very lovely, and we'll find something fun to make with that one. And then lastly, I stopped by my friend at Skagit. Oh, not last. This is not the last thing. So with Skagit, they had some bumps of roving, and you guys know me, I've had a recent obsession with fin, and so I picked up some gray fin. This is lovely and soft. It's very bouncy. I think these are each 2 ounces. I think this is 4 ounces. Hold on, let me double check. These might be 4 ounces. Yeah, I think these are 4 ounces. I think that I got each one of these for 12 or 15 each. So, yeah, I think this is 8 ounces total of fin. So gotta find something lovely to do with that. I don't know if this would be a whole sweater's worth, but what do you think of that color combination? If I have 8 ounces of this, 8 ounces of that, then that would be, what, 400 grams total, roughly? That might be enough to make a lightweight sweater out of. If you guys have any suggestions for, for 400 grams ish or 16 ounces total, if any pattern suggestions, let me know. Okay, and then the actual last thing I got is that there's a vendor there, Department of Work, Goods That Matter. She sells vintage, used, and some new buttons. So I got some pretty buttons. I'll try to show you up close. So vintage bone buttons, I thought those were pretty, just like very standard. And I liked the feel of them. So they had a nice solid feel. And then these are vintage mother of pearl buttons, also nice feel to those as well. And then some pretty blue ones, because I feel like I'm gonna have some blue projects here in the future. Let me show you these up close. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I got at Flock. It was maybe more than I was planning to spend, but I just kept looking past booths and seeing fiber after fiber that I really loved. I made a point that I was not buying any yarn. I'd rather have my fiber be dual purpose. I enjoy spinning, and then I enjoy making with the yarn that I spin. And so if I buy unprocessed or unspun fiber, or even better yet, processed fiber, then I kind of get the fun of doing multiple projects with the same fiber for the same cost rather than, having to buy multiples. So yeah, there were lots of good fiber options. I would say overwhelmingly most of the product at Flock was yarn. So no, I didn't buy any yarn. I made it kind of a point that I wasn't buying any yarn. Let it gray. There was a point where it's like I was seeing all these beautiful braids of fiber, and like I had to stop because there were just so many beautiful like blues and purples and very pretty colors. I also meant to get something from Ballyhura, but again, I wanted to buy fiber, and the colorways that they had in the breeds that they had just didn't really catch my eye. Lots of greens and kind of orangey fallish colors that aren't really just the color tones that I tend to lean toward, which is fine. And I'll just, I'm sure they'll be back next year and I can see what colorways they have. I also realized that I might need to look into Galway fiber as a breed or fiber type. I've heard Tanya Barley mention it, and so I kind of thought that I could go to Ballyhura and they would have like Galway fiber, but maybe that's not the case. And someone with me said that it's maybe not actually a breed. So I want to take a look at what Galway fiber actually is. There was also a booth there, I can't remember their name at the moment, that had beautiful like fiber related pottery. I was really, really tempted, but the products were just outside of my budget at this time. Definitely worth it. They looked high quality, beautiful colors, outside my budget at this time. And there were lots of notions, lots of cute bags, things like that, but nothing that I really needed at this time. So like if you're in the market for cutesy stitch markers, project bags, totes, most stickers, most vendors had different things like that you could pick up and support. So overall, I had a lot of fun at Flock. I would say going on Saturday afternoon, we had hoped to maybe avoid the Saturday morning rush, but it was still very crowded. I don't love crowds, and it made my shopping experience a little difficult at times when I couldn't quite get into booths to check things out. So next year, I think I might try to go on Sunday, see if it's a little less crowded. Even if that means that vendors may not have as much product, that's okay. And that's it. I mean, of course, one of the highlights was seeing the lambs at Wild Rose Woodby Farm. Very cute little lambs. Got the selfie with the ladies that I was with, and it was really cute to see. Also bumped into a couple of friends. So Anna with Skagit, we got to chat for a little bit, and then also got to see Becky from Pan Friend Knit Co. She was helping out her friend, I think it was Camellia Fibers from Nashville, Tennessee. So it was great running into friends there. And then recognizing people from Instagram that I didn't quite get to say hi to because, you know, it's kind of awkward when you follow somebody on Instagram, but you don't know if they know you on Instagram or not. But it was great. I had a lot of fun. Definitely going back next year. And um, let me know if you plan to attend Flock next year or if there are other fiber arts festivals near you that you enjoy going to. Make sure to drop those in the comments. And otherwise, I will see you all next time. Bye.